a perfect start to the season, 2-2, as Luke Bachmann kicks for touch. Not the first time we've seen that. I think that is not what he meant to do. He was looking for touch, but instead it's gone all the way out over the dead ball line for a goal kick.
I think it was intentional. I think the plan was to say, pressure is on you. Let's see how you attack us.
He would have wanted to put it close to the corner flag as possible. Yeah, but it went over the dead ball line instead. So, as you said, the Chiefs have yet to keep a clean sheet in their 2 matches so far this season. So that will be a priority, no doubt. And I think they want a little bit more control in midfield. That's why they've added the hard man in Sibongiseni Mthethwa, the Ox. And but at the back, they've kept faith though with Inacio Miguel and Zeta Kwinika and Rifrosla in terms of that back four. The only change being at right back, where Dylan Solomons has replaced Thabiso Munyani, who starts on the bench. Here is Mthethwa. Frosla showing well, his versatility. We have become accustomed to seeing him play as a right back, but since the Cruz has taken over, he has deployed him at left back. Alex of Paseka Marco still out injured.
Well, it's good that he's got the options.
Yes, Letlapa scored a cracker of a goal that proved to be the match winner over the weekend in that MTN 8, and has booked a place in the semi-finals where they'll face Orlando Pirates. Sekhukhune United, on their 2 visits to Soweto last season, left with 6 points, beating both Chiefs and Pirates. First, said Sekhukhune made a bright start last season, went unbeaten in their first 8 matches, winning 6 and drawing 2, and it looks like they're about to replicate that if the early form is anything to go by. But they'll have to first get past this Kaizer Chiefs side, who, as I said, will have nothing but a win top of mind here. I'm sure revenge would be nice as well. It was a thrashing that they received. It was Sekhukhune United's biggest win over Kaizer Chiefs, that 3-1 thrashing here last season.
Something that I'm sure the coach has assessed, this kind of performance that they've had, and these are some of the things that he would have looked at based on the fact that they've conceded so many goals against this team. So you need to do the basics right. Defending has got to be solid. The centre-back pairing also is going to be key. Kwinika, as you've mentioned, and Miguel. Those are the key players, experienced players in the side. And their point of reference, Igodari. Got to find ways of finding him in the box. Good aerially. Supported, of course, by the evergreen workaholic Mthethwa in that midfield.
One thing about within the last 5 matches the Chiefs have hosted, there has been a winner, and this is a fixture that always produces goals as well. So we'll hope for that now. Could be an early run here. Whoa! A tight angle, and this time Brandon Peterson was alert on his near post and wasn't about to be undone again. From an awkward angle here, breaking down this right-hand side, and going definitely was going for goal there was Mukwena, Tsepo Mukwena.
Looks like he was. Impossible is nothing. Look at the angle, you'd be expecting a cross. It went on to the near post, but Brendan Peterson switched on.
As referee has seen something he doesn't like there, he's intervening and a bit of pushing and shoving in the box here, This has become a feature here at set piece time. It becomes a real wrestling match. Going for the near post, it's a good serve delivery. Dangerous looking ball. Chiefs struggling to clear their lines, and still the ball bobbling around in their own area. Now they get it away. Bit nervy there early on from Kaizer Chiefs, as now it comes to Brandon Peterson.
Now they know what they're dealing with. They're going to pin in those balls in the box and clutter that box, which is make it difficult for them to come out of their zone.
2 matches last season between these two sides saw victory go the way of the visiting side. Chiefs won 2-0 in Polokwane, and that result secured them 3rd spot and a place in the CAF Confederation Cup. Just to let you know that there are 3 other matches underway tonight. Although we hear there is a delay in the kickoff at the match at the Chatsworth Stadium, Durban City against Arrows. But we already have the first goal of the evening. Orlando Pirates, the champions, have taken the lead against away to Amazulu. Amazulu are also still licking their wounds after that defeat to Sekhukhune United at the weekend. And the scorer in that game, Tsepang Moremi, scoring against his old club. Of course, he was signed by Pirates from Amazulu. So difficult start by the looks of things to the season for Amazulu. Already knocked out of the cup, as I said, and lost their opening, or rather they won their opening game against Stellies, which is a creditable 1-0 win away from home. Well read there and stolen by should I say Philly it was that stole that possession there. Now Philippi running down that right hand side on the wing. Fundovlagas is starting on the bench this evening.
Got to rotate the ball and be patient. So much clutter in that midfield on the side of Sekhukhune to try and deny spaces for Chiefs to manipulate.
Flag is up for offside. Pili just gone too early. Kaizer Chiefs, a new signing, of course. Pili from Stellies.
Killed off too early. Definitely offside.
Scored 7 goals in his 26 appearances, Langelihle Pili, last season. After protracted negotiations, they managed to secure him. At some point, looked at it as if the deal might break down, and but eventually was pushed through. Here is Tetsbong Tatwa winning possession and finding the pass. That is an element of his game that gets a lot of criticism for his distribution. He wins a lot of possession, but sometimes lets himself down, often lets himself down with the pass.
I've been exposed to that kind of player, that play like him, because what you need is that you let him focus. Let's have a look at this.
Dylan Solomon's whipping one in there. Defended and clear their lines, but it'll come straight back. Chiefs see quite a lot of possession early on here,
but it's possession that doesn't help the opponent. It's from negative passes that play the ball.
Now looking to go direct. Ball was looking for Luke Bartman. Offensive may just have been offside there. Sabata with the ball at feet, starting his first game of the season. As I said, Edison Telezi getting off to a difficult start, having made the move from Pirates as a pressure on Frostler here. And he's considered a corner.
I'm saying, okay, he touched the ball, facing his goal. But then again, you should have played it first time outside if you wanted to go for safety.
Good pressure coming from Mashilwane. Now Chiefs with some defending to do. We saw dangerous ball whipped in from the last corner. For Ramana, amongst the scorers, scored an absolute corker of a goal against Lesotho at the weekend. Now delivering the set piece, going deep there to the back post. Marked there, but he's going to put it not to test the keeper.
Then again, you'd be worried that it was more of a free header for him. You know, whether the angle was awkward, but there was no pressure on him at all.
10 minutes gone here. DFNB Stadium. The Kaizer Chiefs 0. Sekhukhune United 0.
So already there's a bit of a problem when you have your goalkeeper playing the ball forward and there's no one that competes aerially for it, and then you lose possession, and now they've got to focus on regaining possession. They just gave away possession, now they've got to defend.
The corresponding fixture last season, Chiefs got off to the best possible start, scoring after 13 minutes through Da Silva. We'll take back and in fact it was Sekhukhune that got off to the best possible start there. They opened the scoring through Bradley Grobler after just 5 minutes, and then Da Silva equalized, and Chiefs seem to be back in it then, and they were locked at 1-1 at half-time, and in the second half 2 quick goals. Bradley Grobler and then Tabang Bonare sealed the deal. Really brings it under control, but he was offside.
He had ample time to align himself. Not too sure why he peeled off so early. He was always offside.
Well, Chiefs' performance from the weekend, I think would have had the coach scratching his head as to how they ended up on the losing side. 21 attempts on goal they had. Well, what was worrying is that they only had 4 on target, and versus Arrows, 7 attempts at goal and 2 on target. So that's something that the Chiefs are certainly going to have to look at. They did score 3 goals in the opening fixture of the Betway Premiership against the rookies Kruger United, and could be problems here. So it's a heavy touch there. Almost got away from Temple Mashilwane.
Sometimes it's not about the possession that you have, it's about how ruthless you can be with the half chances that you get. Those are some of the things that they need to work on.
He said as well, of commenting at the pre-match interview with Fisherman's Brewer, spoke about the reason why he's changed as many players as he has is that he's trying to manage the squad. Of course, there's the only team that are playing 3 games in 6 days. So he says it's important to manage his squad. Pele finds Teto in space in the middle of a park, goes wide, looking for Solomons, but not a good pass. But a good recovery from Philippi, chasing back.
Statement around managing the squad, so many games that you play, you know, for me it doesn't hold that much weight, because I think a lot of the teams are overloaded with fixtures. Just a question of managing. You've got the pool of talent around you.
Well, squad management is going to have to be a thing for them this season, given that Chiefs are also going to be playing continental football. They are playing in the CAF Confederation Cup. So that is yet another competition that they have to consider.
You see, if that means that
now could be a chance here. They've got numbers in this attack, Chiefs here. But somehow they couldn't find a shot on target, and the flag has gone up on the far side. They had numbers there. It was a promising situation, but the cutback from Philippi couldn't pick anyone out.
I'm thinking he makes a brilliant run here. Sometimes impossible is nothing. I mean, just onto the near post, just find space. He didn't even look up to see who was coming for it. But I think as tight as the angle was, he should have just had a go. Let go. Look awkward, but I've seen goals scored from that angle.
He's yet to score for Chiefs. Philippi made referee has stopped play here and is
ball and touch.
Yep. Need to change the ball. Not sure what happened there, or whether that ball was flat anyway. Back with live pictures. Still Chiefs in possession. Bartman. Pelican control. Whistle's gone there for the foul.
Slowly, they're in the grip of the game, Chiefs. I mean, yes, they're committing foul in the alternate half, but they're much more sharper, taking more initiative, not so clinical. But it's a good way of asserting yourself, particularly when you're playing at home.
And Chiefs came up against Sekhukhune United last season. They were on a run of 5 matches unbeaten, and they came unstuck. In fact, they hadn't even conceded a goal at that point, and they came unstuck when they faced Sekhukhune United, inflicted their first defeat of last season as they made their own positive start. And so it's a great ball, almost the perfect ball, just took a deflection on its way through, but the idea was spot on. I think if a pass had gone through there, Iguodala would have been onside.
That's the man they need to find, is to stay up there.
Shimani takes his eye off the ball there. Looking to start it out the back here now, Chiefs.
I think so far it has been Chiefs who are taking the initiatives. I think when you look at a Sekhukhune, you're looking at a team that wants to stop Chiefs from playing. As a result, we haven't seen what they can offer going forward, as opposed to just wanting to contain Chiefs. Maybe there's a surprise that we'll probably see, but so far it's more like wanting to stop Chiefs from playing.
Dished out some entertainment at the weekend at Sekhukhune United, although I don't think the coach was quite entertained, because he said it was not good for his heart to see what happened there, but it was thoroughly entertaining for the neutrals. That's what you want to see in a cup game. 7 goals. But yes, the defending left a lot to be desired in that game.
I've seen that movie before. For the neutrals, it's always exciting. For the coaches, it's always frustrating. You score and then you concede.
Yeah. You get yourself in front. I mean, they were 3-1 up, and then found themselves picked back, and there was 2 quick goals. Amazulu were left. Free kick. Spin on the ball. Scored an absolute peach of a goal. Great running with the ball, ability to beat defenders, and then also power.
Planted.
Raw power. The keeper just went through the keeper really now. Long ball, trying to get in behind the Chiefs' defense. Ramala pops up on that left-hand side. Tetwa wins possession back, wants the return ball. Now that's a great pass for Pele. Langelihla Pele. Bartman, heavy touch from Bartman, but he's still got possession. And two is crowded out by the green jerseys in the end. Good defending from Sekhukhune United, great recovery. And Bartman looks like a man on a mission this season. Looked lively in that opening game against Kruger United, and not so much at the weekend. But he certainly looks like he wants to make up for lost time. Spent long time out on the sidelines last season with injuries. Couldn't really get into the side. Only made 6 appearances all of last season, all of them off the bench. But he looks like a man who's hungry this season.
He signed up to come and showcase his talent. Of course, injuries, as you've mentioned. Confidence is slowly coming back, and that can only happen when you get given game time. The fact that he's in the starting lineup as well, it shows faith in his abilities by the coach.
Yeah, I think the coach has certainly seen something he likes there. And well, this is the beauty about when a new coach comes in, is it's like a fresh start for everyone. When I'm looking at a player like G-FORCEMEDIA, who looked like he was past his best days, and as far as Chiefs is concerned, he really was out of sorts last season, and in fact for a couple of seasons G-FORCEMEDIA hasn't been himself, but coach has redeployed him in a new position and is showing faith in him here. Speedy looking for the throw in, but it's going the way of Sekhukhune. Tsepo Mashirani, formerly of Chiefs rivals Orlando Pirates. Good work again from Tetwa to win possession back. Igor Daro having to come very deep.
Well, I'm a bit worried that they had possession in their own half, but they were too slow to get out of their own half to give options.
Well, there was no one.
There was no one.
Field, yeah. Playing, getting forward a lot down this right-hand side. It is the strength of his game. Pele now. Might have to go on his own here. Needs support to get close to him. Tries a step over. Again, some solid defending. Tsepo Mazimbe.
Well, there's 1v3. There's no way that he could bypass the 3 players. But again, what I was talking about, to say what options do you have once they're in possession? He was trying to improvise on this left-hand side. Not too many options for him in terms of teammates.
Zeta Mufokeng, man who got rejuvenated last season, made himself a fixture, made a permanent fixture in that center of defense, and now takes his eye off the ball, just as of course you shower him with praise. Makes a mistake, acknowledges it, puts his hands up. Brandon Peterson, talking about a man who bounced back in spectacular fashion last season. 15 clean sheets, second only to the record-breaking Sipho Chain.
Definitely has. His communication, his dominance in the box, very high confidence.
Philip Bayu, the foul on Vuyo Letlapa. Came off the bench to great effect at the weekend, and as a result of what he showed in that game, he has been rewarded with his first start of the campaign. Missed the opening fixture, the league match away to Durban City. Fought 1-0 win that was.
Just to let in some secrets to the fans, that we also analyze the fans in terms of their dress sense, because Funabas Bonis.
Yes, of course.
We also spend a bit of time analyzing their outfits.
Yes, indeed. These days, pay richly to show up in the game.
Yes.
Make an effort with your outfits. Now it's Chiefs looking to break again down that right-hand side. Showed too much of the ball there. Now, great. Forced to go backwards. It's all the way back to Brendan Peterson.
Yeah, both teams were very slow when it comes to the offensive part of their game. I mean, you can see that there's gaps that they can exploit, but the build-up phase is just too slow. And the opponents tend to recover quickly.
Well, that kind of thing doesn't help either. A stray pass there from Rifrosla. Just pumped it straight into touch. Scrappy from both sides here.
You know what they say, Kaizer, right? Go Chevilente.
That man's frustrated with what he's
is.
out there.
He looks very frustrated.
Didn't come out here braving the cold to come and watch what he's seen thus far. He said nothing much to enthuse about. It's either side able to put together any combinations, and the two keepers yet to be tested. Solomons.
I mean, just to echo what you say. I mean, you listen to the fans. There's no one singing. Well, if there is, maybe just one or two fans. But so far, in this cold weather, both teams haven't warmed them up in terms of expectations, shots on target, forcing saves out of the keeper. It's been very slow pace.
Yeah, this is the kind of dedication you want to see from supporters who brave this all weather. They're not fair weather fans. They're showing they're not fair weather fans. And I tell you, the last 2 nights have been nasty. Bartman with a little clip over the box, and Tostan Sabata read the danger quickly. As Philippi looked to race on to that one. Hasn't received the ball in the kind of situations where he can use his pace and run at the fullback.
And you're right, because that's his strength. Have a go at defense. Not the strongest aerially.
Frostler.
Structure looks solid on the side of Sekhukhune. Frustrating Chiefs not giving them, room to maneuver.
This is the 11th time these sides are facing each other. They've never met in cup games, incidentally. So in the 10 previous matches between the two, Chiefs have won 5. And Sekhukhune United 3 wins. 2 draws in that time, as I mentioned. In the 5 matches with Chiefs as a host, we've had a winner. It's a fixture that produces goals. That 3-1 win, by the way, was the only time. Oh, mistake here. Comedy of errors by Team Chiefs defender and goalkeeper there. They get away with it. And every now and again, when Sekhukhune apply the pressure and the press, they put Chiefs in all sorts of trouble. Is yet to see him on the ball. Scored the winner against Richards Bay.
hasn't been that bright, hasn't been getting the supply that I think he deserves in terms of crosses being brought in, getting some special attention as well, but he can be deadly just around that box.
Yep, the centre back converted to centre forward. It's normally the other way around, where centre forwards switch to defence in their latter years. Can't think of too many players that have made that switch from centre back to centre forward. Well, on the side of Sekhukhune, of course, Daniel Cardoso in his younger days was a centre forward. And in his time at Kaizer Chiefs, did weigh in and loved a goal. He used to get a few goals, especially in the derby. If memory serves, he's got 4 Soweto derby goals, this Daniel Cardoso. What a professional he has been. Still going at the age of 37. Now a referee allows play to continue. Yes, Sekhukhune looked to break a poor touch there from Mukwena. Iwodaro can't bring it under control. So now you have a goal. So it's a bit of basketball here. Each team giving each other turns on the ball.
This is the time where we are expected to have a bit of patience in the stages of the league, and I'm sure that's what frustrates the fans who've come out here on a freezing.
I think, yeah, they seem to be rushed.
Yeah, they all seem to be rushed.
Rushing everything. So almost needs a player who can put his foot on the ball and just calm things down a bit. Good challenge there from Dylan Solomons. The Letlapa has stayed down. It looked to me like he got the ball. Let's have a look at it. Or did he take man and ball? I think maybe Letlapa's training leg got caught. So this is a mix-up here with I don't think Frostner was expecting that ball.
No, because it looks like it's a clearance. He wasn't passing. He wanted to clear it.
He was caught in 2 minds there.
Yeah.
I think it was a hospital pass there for Frostner. I can't blame Frostner there. Brandon Peterson nearly threw his teammate under the bus there. Half an hour gone here at FNB Stadium.
Letlapa.
This doesn't look good for Letlapa. Man who has played in all but one fixture for Sekhukhune last season, 29 appearances. But it really didn't look like as I said, looked more like Dylan Solomon's got the ball. But it was the way that he went down, Letlapa. Take a look at it again. I don't know whether
there's a bit of a twist as he lands.
There.
What's that?
Yeah, that trailing leg, I think, was caught. The trailing leg maybe was caught there on the calf by the looks of things, where the magic spray is going to work. Play continues with Sekhukhune down to 10 men as still no goals, and really haven't had any clear-cut chances here while we await opening goal. There's 3 games around the country with with no goals. 0-0 Durban City against Arrows in that Durban derby, and Kaizer and Milford City 0-0 against, or rather Milford FC 0-0 against Welele. Pirates still leading Mamazulu by a goal to 0. Tebang Moremi early on there against his former club.
Yes.
Just About 10 minutes to go to the break here. Chiefs had a lot of possession, but without really causing Sekhukhune many problems. Pele. Sekhukhune win it back. It was a free kick.
You know, for years when you watch Chiefs, it has to be that player that senses the temperature of the game and start livening it up. And so far, it's been the same tempo. There's no initiative from influential players that you'd expect them to be able to liven up things for Chiefs. And so far, that's been the problem that I have in terms of them, you know, just liven up things, take on someone.
Probably are missing maybe the invention of a Fundo Vilagazi, or maybe it's a game where Shabalala can later on come on. Those are the kind of players that they can just produce a little bit of magic. There he is.
That's what you need. Players that, yes, that's exactly what you need. Because so far you have a player like Igadaro leading the front line. He hasn't had supply. They haven't ventured into that box with serious threat.
You see that Fundo Vilaga is a good mate, of course, with Rele Mufokeng. And I see Rele must have given him his dentist's number because he's also got braces.
Oh, you know you. He said, my brother, go set yourself up.
I know someone.
I know someone that can set you up. Well spotted.
I wrote a lovely message for Rele Mufokeng on social media, wishing him well.
Oh, you?
No, I'm saying Fundo Vilaga.
Oh, okay.
I wrote a lovely message for Rele Mufokeng to wish him well in Belgium.
Yeah.
He's made a bright start.
He has. He has. Did you see the set piece that he's got?
Yeah,
he's on fire.
Unfortunately, his team, Union Saint-Gilloise, crashed out of the qualifying rounds of the UEFA Champions League. Union Saint-Gilloise, of course, is the side where Percy Daum also made a mark for himself while he was on loan from Brighton. Never had to go make a mark in Brighton in the Premier League. He found the going rather difficult there.
Oh, these areas are not easy to go settle. You might have done well at Mamelodi Sundowns, but the stage could be a little bit trickier for you when you get out of the country, get out of your comfort zone as well to try and prove yourself.
Kunika, look at of course, very well organized this Sekhukhune. They get men behind the ball when they are out of possession, and Chiefs are finding it hard to break down. It's proving very frustrating for the fans here as well.
It has.
Starting to get a little agitated. Nice little touch there, but Batman hasn't made the run. Pili was looking for Batman to run onto it. One back by Mtetwa. Pili. Frosla. Way by Cardoso. It's going to be Sekhukhune throw in it. Came off Pili.
Well, I think for Sekhukhune, they'll be happy in terms of the half that they've played. They've denied Chiefs any opportunities. They've been very solid at the back, very compact in that midfield, denying any spaces for Chiefs to manipulate. Of course, they would want to have done better in terms of the attack themselves, playing away from home, haven't conceded.
Ramal wanted the return ball, doesn't find him. The return ball, and was combining with Fibai there. Igodaro is finding it very difficult. He's having to go and do go and fetch the ball from way back there, which kind of defeats the purpose of having him out there, because he's supposed to be the target man and the outlet. And now if he's doing a fetch and carry job, it completely negates the purpose of having him out there.
It certainly does. I mean,
Miguel was looking for a free kick. Referee didn't buy that. So there's a dive. Offside flag will go up here. Offside against them. Kaizer. Not wearing the captain's armband because the team captain is Cardoso.
What a talent. Good touches, good vision. This needs to be more consistent.
Half-time approaching. It's a game that is yet to catch fire, struggling to catch fire on this cold Wednesday night. What can Chiefs do just before the break here with Bartman popping up now on the left-hand side? Swapping flanks with Langelihle Pili. Shot from range. Not enough power behind it there from Lebohang Maboe. He can certainly strike a ball.
It can. It can.
Had a great shot against Arrows there, which produced a great save out of the keeper. Look at that. That was first shot on target, and it wasn't really one that you could say was threatening at all. But that's the first shot on target from Chiefs for all their possession.
Well, they've been having possession in their own areas which were not threatening at all. And it takes the initiative to try and get that shot on target.
63% of the possession they've had. Remember, this game is actually shaping up in a similar way to that of last season, where they did sit back a lot at Sekhukhune and pick Chiefs off on the break to great effect. This is going to be the keeper's ball. Mashilwan. Brighton Global wants to nod it down, but for Mokwena. Frosla. Be tidying up. Such a great, good defender. He's been very impressive for me this time here with Sekhukhune.
Reads the game very well. Times his tackles, doesn't panic under pressure.
Difficult. Oh dear, what has happened here? Oh, there could be problems here for Sekhukhune. Yeah. Man went down really. I mean, just as the ball got to him, I don't know, he seemed to turn and then something might have popped there. Oh, this doesn't look good. Is this Vuyole Hlapha?
Wondering, I'm not too sure whether that could be him, but
oh, this doesn't look good. There he is. And he goes down, and when a player covers his face like that, it usually means he fears the worst, or he knows the worst. There we go. And there will be a change here. This is bad news. This is bad news. Matsimbi there. Look at what happens here. It's on his own, just back pedaling, and something pops. It is Vuyole Hlapha.
Could be hamstring.
This is the challenge.
Did he go for a challenge?
He stayed down for a while after that challenge, so I wonder if it's a recurrence of that injury.
Could be.
That's not. This is bad news. Vuyole Hlapha would have been also one of those who'd be in contention for Bafana when that squad is named to start preparations for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. But this looks like a serious one. And the fact that he's gone off on a stretcher also doesn't augur well. we're hearing we'll have a minimum of 3 minutes at the end of this first half. Another pass that's cut out. Zita Kwinika wide to Solomons. Solomons whips one. It's a great ball. It's almost well intercepted there. Was that Matsimbi? Matsimbi as well? That this is a potentially great ball from Solomons, but the defense, give credit there, needed to get that right, needed to cut it out, and it did a stellar job there, Matsimbi. Into the first 30 seconds of the minimum 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Mugwena. Well, one back by Tetwa. You got Dara again dropping deep. Now Bartman. He's got Solomons to his right. Goes on his own. Kind of sums up the first half, really. At least I think he was a bit more direct, trying to make something happen. He needed something very special to beat Tostan Sabata, though, from that range. So the change has happened for Sekhukhune United. Voyo Letlapa, unfortunately, will not be coming on, and is, well, Sekhukhune has gone for an attacking change. Recently signed Mukibelo Ramabu, who made the move from across town from Polokwane City. Is the player who comes on then to replace Voyo Letlapa. Wonder what that means in terms of how they are going to rearrange things then. Rather unfortunate to be getting injured so early in the season, and what looks, unfortunately, looks a serious injury for Voyo Letlapa. Wish him well. Well, it seems like all the goals are flowing in Durban. AmaZulu have drawn level just before the break against Orlando Pirates. And it's that man, Ngwenya, again. He is back with a bang. He's picked up from where he left off when he got injured last season. I mean, he was missed most of the second half of the season, did to the Zimbabwean. And his form at AmaZulu earned him a call-up to his national team. And he is certainly hit the ground running now that he's back from that long-term injury. That's 2 goals in 2 matches and the Betway Premiership for Ngwenya. Scored from a penalty. Scored twice in the MTN 8, so it's taken his tally to 3. But here, nothing to report, I'm afraid. And we're just waiting to see whether there are any changes to report. In case you have just joined us, Sekhukhune were forced into a change in the first half, and it's a big blow for them. They've lost Voyo Letlapa through injury. And just glancing around, I don't think there have been any further changes. As we're back underway, it's visitors Sekhukhune United in the green this evening, and get us back underway. Chiefs, of course, in the gold and black colors, attacking the goal now to the right of your picture. Just looking back at that game, the corresponding fixture when these two sides last met, very much mirroring what we're seeing here. Chiefs had 67% of the possession that night, or 63% of the possession, to 37 for Sekhukhune. They had 16 shots on goal, but only 8 on target.
We're about to see.
It's only yellow. It's only yellow. The way the Chiefs players descended on the referee, Abongile Tom, they were looking for more for this challenge. Kaizer, he's a very lucky man. There were stats up there.
I'd like to see whether he made contact
I think that may be the only thing
No,
that saves him. He gets the ball, he gets
got
the ball, yeah.
That's a good call.
I think that's the only thing that saves him. He said
Yeah.
he got the ball, and I think that's what he's pointing out. Passage Kaizer, but still cautioned for the stand-up challenge there. Endangering an opponent there. And that's the first caution of the game. The challenge on Langeli Pili. What have you made of his contribution of Pili in his first start? Preferred to either Lagazo or Shabalala in a starting lineup. What do you make of that? Well, Vilakazi was the player who started last time out.
He hasn't asserted himself that much into the squad, and I think when you get given a chance to play for such a big club, you've got to show up. You know, your first touch, shots on target, taking the player on, show your skills. That's how you endear yourself to the fans. And so far, pretty shy for me. I think he could do better. Once you have a few of the experienced players, you say to him, come on, you can do it. Just play your normal game, enjoy it. That's the most important thing.
Both sides are missing some key creative players. I mean, the most chances created last season for Chiefs was by Mdu Shabalala. Sits on the bench for Sekhukhune. Of course, the man who created the most chances was man went by the nickname How Can I Assist You? Let's get it to Makhalwa, who has now moved on. He's out in East Africa, joined Simba, and yeah, he was their best chance creator last season. The second highest was Mporamala. He was quite he was a distant second to Makhalwa, but now with one possession again, this is where they can be very dangerous. When they win the ball high up like this, Polokwane Sekhukhune United, away by Zita Kwinika.
It's been a good start for them, keeping the ball in Chiefs' half, trying to threaten from the side.
Sekhukhune also missing through injury, but they're saying he's on his way back, injured against the Chippa last season, and in the same game that Ramala got injured as well. But say Vusimube is on his way back. And they're also missing Ohizu and Muzeu, who are awaiting their work permits. So Ohizu was away last season on loan. So they certainly could use that kind of outlet up front from Ohizu. He's a player who definitely keeps defenders honest. Of course, they've signed Kivelo Ramavu, who came on there for Violet Lapa. An interesting choice of change there, removing the left back and, well, through injury, losing Lapa. Let's have a look at what Chiefs can come up with here. Teeing it up here, but it's a difficult one to control. Not the best pass, but it made it very difficult for Batman to control. Seemed to take a bounce. The surface is from up here. Looks smooth. You had a closer look at it, Brian Matter. How is it looking out there?
Proper.
Yeah?
It is proper. Took a walk about. No bumps at all, just pretty smooth.
It was just maybe the delivery of the pass on that occasion there. And Tetwa, good ball out wide to pick out Pili. Pili looking to take on Mashinwani. Stands his ground. Kwinika. Solomon. Now, Solomon's working it wide to Philippi. They've allowed Sekhukhune to regroup and organize at the back and get set again. So now Chiefs forced to go backwards again. Reeve Frostner looking for the return, looking for the 1-2 with Bartman. Vinegar. That pass there from Solomons, but does well to track back to win possession back. And that's what a coach likes to see. You lose the ball, you work to get it back. Look at that, both sides again, giving the ball away. It's a decent looking ball to the edge of the box there. Iwodaro. Doesn't really receive the ball where he can do damage. Iwodaro in his also kept drifting out of the box, going to try and look for possession, not staying in the kitty.
Well, question is, where does he prefer to have the ball delivered for him? You know, sometimes you've got to do it based on your position, and they must find you. And you need to have a conversation with your teammates to say, this is how I need you to pass me the ball so that they can find you.
Second half starting pretty much as the first did with the Chiefs, well, with pretty much as the first half played out. Chiefs enjoying most of the possession.
And it's possession in the wrong areas. That doesn't hit the opponent at all.
And they are being forced to go side to side by the way that Sekhukhune have set up at the back. Stern words there is Fernando da Cruz.
And again, the variation. You're talking about they've got the lead striker that they can find in the box. Iwodaro could be the target man.
Now a little injection of pace here. Batman. Pele goes for the shot, but catching practice for Toaster and Sabata, but it's a shot on target.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. The intentions are quite clear. There's direction, there's pathos in terms of what they wanted to do. It's a shot on target. Can only add to the amount of confidence that they're building up in terms of the speed at which they're passing, rotating the ball. Sense the frustration from the fans. Say, you're building up a momentum. Can you keep up to that? And they've had a good start so far, Chiefs. In the second half, in terms of trying to get the ball into the danger areas, they've added numbers forward. There's about 4 or 5.
Pili again, seeing a lot of the ball down the left-hand side. Batman, Mahuye. Solomons, Chiefs with numbers in the box. Take too long with the, can't get the cross past the first man, but he's got the corner.
Promising. Good sense of urgency. You're right. Sorry, Titi. You're very right. Forcing corners. There's Iwodaro. The heavy artillery will go in there, see if they can get a goal out of this.
Somebody needs to step up and take responsibility here. Now some defending for Chiefs, for Sekhukhune. So far they've defended very well in this game. Short one taken there by Pili. Incredibly, remarkably, that's the first corner of the game for Chiefs. I think that in itself tells a story of its own. It's a good ball for Pilik if he can keep it in play. He does so. Hoffman is in the box. Pele, 2 men on him. Tatua slips at a crucial moment and is giving away possession. Tato Hiba. Nice little flick on there forward into the path of Tsepo Mokoena, switching play and brought down beautifully by Ramon. Facing up to the fullback, good work. Well defended. 10 minutes gone in the second half.
I like what I'm seeing from Chiefs in the second half. There's a great sense of agency to move the ball forward.
Sekhukhune remaining patient and staying true to the shape that they've kept defensively.
I guess the game plan has been, it's okay, let them have the ball in front of us. Doesn't hurt us, but they should be concerned if they start getting it behind, you know, our defenders.
Fernando da Cruz, if you use the Frenchman. If you're thinking that's not a very French-sounding name, that's because it's not. He's of Portuguese descent, but was born in France. More of a career as a futsal player than the FA, the Association Football that we know. Chiefs have won that possession now, looking to break quickly, but that's not the right pass. Too much from Batman on that one. Looking to release Igodaro as Nico Movi is standing by to come on. That's an interesting change as well that Cedric Kaizer is about to make, bringing on a defender. Or is he about to rearrange things?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's, I cannot think I've ever seen Nico Movi play any other position other than as a wing back.
He's making two
double
substitutions.
change, yeah. Double change coming up for Sekhukhune. Already made one change, an injury forced one. And Vandala